Hi and welcome to this lesson about PayPal buttons, and in this video I will be showing you how to integrate your PayPal buttons for your potential sales pages or your website in general. And the feature that we want to include on your websites for whatever type of service or function that you want to add, which is a paid option for your visitor, we will be using PayPal buttons, and I will show you how to set them up and how to add them to your page. So we will start off by going to PayPal buttons, and then let's see. Okay, so this is all. You want to click create new button, and then you have a couple of options. You can choose button type. You can add to cart, buy now, donations, gift certificates, and subscriptions. I typically just stay with buy now. Then you have item name, which is the name that will be shown when you have an overview, or this is the name for the button in your overview over your PayPal buttons. So we're just going to name this beta. And ID is optional, but you can, let's say 099, but I don't put in item ID. I rarely put in item ID. And you have price. For this one, let's say that we want to charge $9. So USD, you can take other currencies, but stick with USD if you are international or global. And then you have all other options, but shipping, it's a digital product you want to charge for, so nothing there. Tax, none. And you can choose either between my secure merchant ID or my primary email address. I rarely use my primary email address. I use my secure merchant ID. Then let's go to step 2. This one, I only want to check save button at PayPal. That's it for this one. The next one is now step number 3. So here you can do a couple of different things. So number 1, do you want to let your customer change order quantities? No, because the person should purchase one copy or one service for the given price. So as a visitor, you can, in theory, go back to the page again and buy it again, but since it's digital and access or either download, there is no point in ordering it 2 times. So just leave it at no. The next one, can your customer add special instructions in a message to you? When it comes to building an online business, you want to automate as much as possible. And if you require people or give people the option to send a message to you in the order that they make, you go away from that. You go away from automation. So you want to check that as no. The next one, do you need your customer's shipping address? Since it's a digital product, you will not need the customer's shipping address. If you, however, are shipping physical products, you want to click yes. And now comes the most essential part. So we'll take this one first. Take customers to this URL when they finish checkout. So we have this one sales page, or imagine that you have a sales page. And you have this PayPal button on the bottom of the sales page after the sales copy or the sales video. Once people click the buy now button, they will be sent to PayPal. And once they complete the purchase on PayPal, you want to redirect them to the thank you, the success, or here is your download page on your website, so that once they complete the payment, they get to the website where they can download or the page that they purchased to get access to. So this is where you want to input your success URL or your thank you URL. So I'm going to add a fictive or just a fake URL now for the beta page that we've set up through module 3. So www.beta and thank you. So we'll add this one. So whenever a customer successfully purchased the product, they will be redirected to this one after. Now you have another option. This is optional though, but I recommend doing it. So you have a sales page, or a page where people buy this thing. You want to have another version of that sales page where people can get a discount. So let's say, as we mentioned in number 1, the products should cost $9. So you want to have an alternative or version 2 of the sales page where you add additional information, but where the visitor can get your product for, let's say, half the price. So $5. Then you want to add the URL for that sales page here. So if people don't complete the payment or cancel the payment at PayPal the first time, they will be redirected to the quote-unquote upsell or one-time offer where they will get a discount. So let me just give you an example. So be that so this is a fake URL. So http www.beta@socialupcoming.com/one-time offer with discount. So this is the URL for the one-time or for the product, the sales page, but where the visitor would get a discount. So this is a way to capture the leads and the visitors that are interested but didn't complete. So you will increase your overall conversion rate by using this method. It's a small trick, but it can potentially give you a huge turnaround. So this is the way you create a button. So I'm satisfied with the settings, the price, and so on, and I want to create a button. So you click create button. Now you have 2 alternatives. You can, 1, copy paste this code into the page, or you can use the email, which is the direct URL for the PayPal payment page. So we will actually go through both of them. So we will go over to our beta page, we will add a new, and we will call this PayPal button examples. So this is where we will add different ones. And as mentioned, we want to have the blank page, which is the method we use to create pages. We'll add a column, and we will actually add 2 ones. And then we will click use visual editor. This is something you will most likely not do. This is for the example purposes and showing you through this video. So the first one is the custom code. So PayPal button code. So the first one is for the actual code. Then we want to edit so that we copy paste the code into a text module. But there is one thing though. Once you paste the code, you want to paste it into the text editor and not the visual editor. So once you go into the settings for a text module, you want to go from visual to text, and you want to paste the code into text. The reason the reason you want to do this is because visual don't support HTML or code. You have to type it or paste it into text, the text editor, in order for it to accept and tolerate code like HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript codes. So you have to add it into text. Another option, however, is adding it through a code module like this. And as you can see, the button shows there. Now we want to do the other version, which is the email. So this is the email URL code or version or whatever. So then we will go back to PayPal. and we'll click email. And we'll copy this one. We'll go back to our beta page and we will click plus, because in the DV builder and the visual editor you have a button module, and you want to add the PayPal or the link to the PayPal payment to this button. So now we go into the settings for the button and we change the button URL to the URL that you got within the email option. We want to open in the same video. You can edit the text to buy now, and you can also add alignment to center or wherever you want. You can also edit the text to light, dark, and so on. You can also edit the design by using custom styles for a button and increasing the text size, the text background color, or the text color. You will add it to white and the background color to, let's say, that green button, or let's say we will have it, let's say green. There we go. The border width to 1, border color to grayish, and we want border radius to be 25, and there we go. So if I were now to publish this page, and the page was called, what was the page called again? Let's go back to VP admin to see. So actually take a look at how this one looks. So pages, PayPal button examples. So if we were to go to PayPal button examples, this is what we will see. So if I were to click buy now button, the email URL version, we will be redirected to the payment page on PayPal. And since it is using since I built it with my PayPal address, it will give you, or it gives me the information. You are logged into the account of the seller for the purchase. Please change your login information and try again. So it works. So this is where you will arrive. So let's go back again to the website and click the other option, which is the PayPal button code. So if we were to click that one and give it a couple of seconds to load, we would be redirected to PayPal and see the exact same page. However, the message there, your visitors will not see that one. So that is basically how you add a PayPal button to your website. You can use either way, or both options, the PayPal button code or the URL or the email URL version. In my opinion, the email URL version is the best, because then you can use custom images, you can use custom buttons, you can just have a huge image, and whenever people click on it, it will lead to the sales page. So that is why I personally recommend, or I personally like, the email URL version. So that's it for this video and this lesson about how to integrate PayPal buttons to your website, your landing pages, your sales pages, and so on. In the next video, we will be talking about autoresponders and how you can automate email sequences to increase your overall revenue.